morning, everyone. Welcome to Preppy and in our series Charcha-E-Bschool. Today we have Gaurav from FORE Delhi. Before Gaurav introduces himself, firstly, I'd like to thank him for joining in as a guest today for the speaker. And Gaurav would be talking about FORE Delhi and he'll giving us insights about other campuses of Delhi. He has prepared with us with for GDPI. He has been alumnus of Preppy and he has also been mentoring students for GDPI. So Gaurav, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Tanix, for inviting me.
Gaurav, can you just start by introducing yourself?
Okay, sure. Hi, guys. My name is Gaurav Ganguly, and I am from Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. Currently, I am pursuing my MBA from FORE School of Management, which is in New Delhi campus. And I am in core branch, and my specialization is in marketing, and second is in HR. And I have also been mentoring for Preppy for last 1 year, and I've also been part of Preppy in my GDPI preparation last year when I was preparing for CAT and GDPI. That's all from my side. This is my introduction.
Yeah. So Gaurav, uh, the calls have been out for FORE, right? I wanted to get an insight about the college. So before I'll be asking you some questions, just normal questions, make it a conversation. So, firstly, there have been two campuses of FORE now. There's FORE Delhi and there's FORE Gurugram one. Before I talk to it, can you tell me about how is the academics of FORE Delhi?
The academics of FORE Delhi is really good. First of all, talking about marketing and finance, because the FORE is basically known for marketing. So the faculties here for marketing is really good. Even for finance, the faculties are good. And talking
Mhm.
about the academics part for Delhi as well as Gurgaon, because the most of the professor from Delhi itself goes to Gurgaon and they take the lectures and all. Then they come back. So the academics part, like the faculties, are kind of same for both Delhi and Gurgaon campus, and it's
Okay.
all good for marketing and finance. Is basically it's very good, the faculties
Okay.
in Delhi as well as Gurgaon campus.
Sure. So what's the batch size of your college for Delhi?
For Delhi, the current batch size is 600, and for Gurgaon campus it's 120. So in total there are 720 students
Okay, there's
currently.
only 720 students. And how's the division of batches? Like yeah, we have four programs if I'm not wrong.
So basically, we have four programs. The first one is PGDM core, second one
Mhm.
is PGDM IB, third one is PGDM financial management, and the fourth one is
Okay.
PGDM BDA, which is big data
Yes.
analyst. So there are
Yeah.
240 students for PGDM core in Delhi campus. There are
Yeah.
120 students for IB. I think currently it's increased to 60 more. So I think
Okay.
180. And for BDA as well as IB FM, there are 120 students each. And for Delhi, Gurgaon campus, PGDM core, there are 60 students in PGDM core, and there are 60 students in PGDM BDA. Currently, there are no program for PGDM IB and PGDM FM in the Gurgaon campus. Currently, they are running only two programs, which is PGDM core and PGDM BDA. I'm talking about this Gurgaon campus.
Got it. Got it. So, usually, since you have so much diversification, is there any change in academics part? Like there are different elective for different programs, or is it just because you have some additional international academics for IB, so you are into IB? How does that go?
Okay, so you are asking for the electives. Let's suppose the student is taking IB as
Mhm.
their program. Now, for that, his first specialization is fixed. His first specialization will be IB. So
Yeah.
he can choose the second one, like he can choose marketing, finance, BDA, anything he wish to. For
Mm-hmm.
PGDM core, he have that leverage. He have that leverage to choose different programs. Like if he choose marketing as his first specialization, finance
Yeah.
is first. Depends upon that. So for
Mhm.
core student, it gives you the flexibility to choose your specialization. And for electives, in the second year, you can choose elective based on your CGPA. It depends. For some years, CGPA doesn't matter. You can choose the electives as per your wish. But currently, because of the batch size, it increased to
Mhm.
720.
Mhm.
There will be some limit for particular course, for
Okay.
particular elective. You need certain CGPA. So it
Uh,
changes everywhere. So it is not fixed at all.
the flagship program of Ford Delhi is their code program, right? The best known
Yes, the
program.
flexible score. Hmm.
Okay. And
Flexible.
since you have 720 students, do you have umbrella placements or there are different companies visiting for different batches, different programs? How does that go, the placements?
No, the placement here is umbrella. Even the
Mm.
student from Gurgaon gets the same opportunity as the student of Delhi. So the
Okay.
placement is similar. Every student will get equal opportunity, be it if he is in core. But let's
Mm.
suppose a company comes for a specific marketing role.
Okay.
So
Uh,
if the person first specialization or second one is marketing, then
mm.
he has the chance to sit in that placement process.
Got
So
it, got
depends
it.
upon the company's requirement also, whether he wants
I-
that marketing role or
If
finance
a
role. So that matter.
if a company comes in only for finance, obviously somebody who has not finance as its major or minor cannot apply. Similarly, if a company is coming for only IB, then there is no point of
Mm.
a BDA person to apply for the same role. I get it. So it
Yes,
depends on the
yes.
company. ठीक है.
Depends upon
And
company to company.
what is the fees of Delhi? So fees of your college?
Currently, I think it increased to 20 point something because last year the fees was around 18.5 only for that academic. Hostel fees is different. Hostel fees for 1 year was around 1.85 lakh.
Okay.
So for a student, he gets hostel only for the first year. So
Mhm.
that is one of the drawback. In the second year, he's not allowed to stay in the hostel.
So you for the hostel 1.85 does it include all the food and other thing, electricity bill,
Uh,
everything?
Electricity bill is excluded. Food you will get like two times food is being offered like for
Okay.
breakfast and as well as the dinner. So
Okay.
and there is separate electricity charge that you have to pay after 1 month, and they are like it is very minimal, whether depends upon whether
Sure,
you
sure,
are
sure.
using ACs or not.
Got it. So so your overall your fees would go somewhere around 23, 20, 24 lakhs for 2 years at max.
Yes, yes, you can assume it as 25 lakhs.
25 lakhs in general, okay.
Mm,
So
mm.
what all how is the committee culture of FORE? Are there too much, focus on committees and case competitions? How's that culture there in both the campus?
Yes, the committees, because there are different committees. There are corporate committees in which, like the main committee is for career
Mm-hmm.
division, which is FCD, that is our
Mm-hmm.
placement committee. There are the
Yeah.
other committees like CID, corporate interaction division, as well as
Mm-hmm.
for alumni network, which is FAN. Currently, we have launched like corporate research cell committee. So there are
Okay.
different committee and there are different requirement for it. If any student definitely go according to their preference or not,
Okay.
like if they prefer to being in the corporate committee, then they opt for CRD, FAN
Got it.
or FCD. So it depends
So
upon the person to person.
so yeah, when I was interning with the firm, I had some of my friends from FORE too. So they were into PlaceCom. So is the PlaceCom student run or is it corporate driven? How does it go?
There is some professor who definitely look after it, but there are
Hmm.
my student that is appointed and they took all the decision, and they definitely they run the placecom department.
And is it very fair? Like there are rumors and about other colleges that PlaceCom might favor someone. So how does that go in your college? Are they fair in
No,
terms of
I don't
opportunities
think
and
that.
everything?
Yes, I don't think. I think it's fair because uh, basically the companies definitely they have the different requirement, and depends
Hmm.
upon their requirement they select the student, they
Hmm.
shortlist the student for different role. So I think
Hmm.
the placement committee is fair, and it depends upon the companies like in what role they are
Okay, okay,
like
okay, okay.
appointing different type of students here.
Right, right, right. So, is there any limit to how many shortlists you can get? For example, in some of colleges, it is like if you get shortlisted for 15 companies, then you won't be allowed to apply further. Is it the same in your college, or is there any limit because of the increased batch size or something like that?
Actually, I don't have clear idea regarding that. As far as the SIP summer internship process, there was
Mhm.
no limit at all, and
Okay,
I don't think there is some. But I'm not confirm whether it is means
sure,
in the
sure,
final
sure, got it.
placement is there any limit or not. That I have to confirm.
So, how will you actually rate the placements in terms of SIP and finals of your college? Are there enough opportunities for someone to bag a good name?
So as per comparison, like you can't compare it with IM or the tier one college. Four
I
is
get it, I get it.
basically the basically tier two college. So it is
Huh.
at par with colleges like Tapmi, Jim Goa, Great Lakes Chennai,
Okay,
and
okay.
KJ Soman and all. So student usually gets opportunities based on their skills and all. So if
Hmm.
you are like if you have certain skill set, then you can definitely crack that placement. So I think
Sure, sure,
there is
sure.
nothing
So
much which we can.
I got it. So there are like big names coming in. That is for sure. Like opportunities हैं college में.
Yes, there are big names. Yes, opportunities है. Gartner, ITC, all the big names comes for the final placement as well as SIP.
Even four is ranked into the tier one uh, tier one college for ICICI, if I'm not wrong. So apart from that, since you talked about there are the marketing is the best program for four. So are there more companies in terms of marketing
Mm.
visiting the college?
Yes, as I have discussed that FORE is known for marketing, but if you
Mm,
have marketing or your finance, then you can get
mm.
enough opportunity. Most of the companies come here for marketing role and followed by
Mhm.
the finance role. So opportunities are mostly for the marketing student and followed by the finance student.
Okay, and so uh, how accurate is the placement report? I'm not talking in terms of numbers, but in terms of what or how many students are placed in sales and marketing, BFSI, finance, there's some division of it. So how accurate is the
Mm.
report? Like someone can actually rely on the report in terms of seeing the diversity of the batch, how many engineers are there, non-engineers are there, work ex, non-work ex.
Yes, I think you can rely on that data because after the placement report, they definitely the committee put in their LinkedIn as well as their in
Okay,
their
okay, okay.
website like how many people are placed in the
Mm-hmm.
marketing role as well as finance role. So
Uh-huh.
you can rely on that.
So, there are it's a residential program. So, how is the campus of Fort Delhi?
Basically, the campus is small as the hostel is not in that campus itself. The hostel
Mhm.
is 1 or 1.5 kilometer away from the college. So,
Okay.
as I have discussed that you got hostel only for the first year. In second year,
Mhm.
you have definitely you don't get that hostel
Sure, sure.
facilities. So, the
Okay.
campus and hostels are definitely 1.5 kilometers away from each other.
So, like, do we only have an academic building? Are there any sports facilities in college in terms of the playgrounds or something like that?
No, there are no playground, but for any sports activity, like we have a big sports event in the month of March, so we definitely hire other grounds like for different. We
Okay,
hire like
okay.
JNU Stadium or not something like that because we don't have
Mhm.
any sports complex in our campus.
So, the
We have
companies that
indoor
will
sports complex. Mm.
got it, got it. Then you hire, you take it on, monthly basis, and you might conduct your programs and everything. What is the
Yes,
flagship
yes.
event of Fort? The flagship annual event?
One is Genesis, which is conducted in the month of December, which is a flagship event of FORE.
Okay,
And
okay.
other is there are different event that is organized during the year, but the
Throughout
main
the year.
event was in
ठीक है. Um, in terms of ROI, what is the you talked about 25 and the placement report shows the placements as in 14, 15 as in other B schools and
Mm.
that is same. Like you might have companies that might pay you 18, 92. There will be companies that would be paying you 10, 12. So it depends upon the student if how well he is in terms of bagging your offers, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, yes,
So if somebody is joining for Gurugram, not Goregaon, Gurugram. So he'll be sitting in for the same process at same Delhi. There won't be any
yes.
division between both of these. ठीक है, that's fine.
No, there won't be any division.
ठीक है. So and for the students who have converted the college for college, right? Do you have any tips for them, any point of advice before they join in the college? What all things that they should do that can help them in their academics and placement?
Okay, if this let's suppose a particular student have converted four, so it depends upon what other options he or she have right now.
If in case
If
he
we
is
have
joining,
options
if
like
in case he is joining
mm,
for, it is
mm,
it like his best college board.
okay, okay,
Then
then
up.
yes.
Hmm.
He can do certification course because in the resume, like if he
Hmm.
can put all those courses in the resume, it will give boost, and he or she might get more shortlist from different companies. So I would just suggest them to do some certification course. If any particular student is interested in marketing, then he can go
Okay.
for digital marketing or social media
Hmm.
marketing like course. If
Hmm.
he is in finance, so he can go that finance related course. So
Hmm.
it will just boost their resume in the future.
So talking about resume, is there anything that after a certain period of time your resume get fixed? It is logged, and then you cannot change it.
Yes, it get fixed or locked, but after some time it again's opened, and you can definitely like you can
You can
change
make
certain
iteration.
thing if you have done certain
Yeah,
certification.
yeah.
You can, but it got fixed in the month of I think December, but they again reopen it so that you can like you can change a bit in that.
Okay, okay, okay. Got it. Now, how many people there in your college have work ex and how many freshers are there in terms of percentage?
Basically, currently, I think in last year, mostly the fresher people were there, but I don't know the exact number of work people that I have to see on
No,
that I have to look
as in
on their
percentage
website.
wise, is it 70-30, 60-40,
I think 70-30. I think 70 fresher and 30 work but I
30?
have to confirm this.
And
Hmm.
the gender diversity, male, female,
Uh, Last year, there is 57 percentage of students are
male,
females, and I think 43% were male. So gender ratio was inclined towards female student last year.
female. Okay.
Mm.
I see a hint of smile at her face. Anyways, is there anything else that you would want a person joining force should know about the college?
Before joining, I think he should reach the students in LinkedIn and ask more about the college, like how it is doing, and he also
Mm-hmm.
should have like look into that website and placement structures and all, whether it
Ah,
will be worth it for that particular student or not, because the fees is 25 lakh and you are going for the tier two college,
yes,
and
yes,
if you
yes.
don't have option to repeat the cat again, then how he can adjust,
Yeah.
like
So
if you have
make an practical call accordingly,
uh,
your
uh,
profile,
uh,
yeah, and
hmm,
everything.
depends
How
upon
if
his profile.
yes, 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 yes,
And the
yes.
yes, and whether he have an option to repeat the cat or not, that
Right, right.
depends on the person to person.
And how will you rate your first year at four? Was it worth it till now?
Yes, I think we have a lot of memories during the first year because the academic part is really loaded because we have
Mm-hmm.
classes from 9 to 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, in the morning, in the winter season, you have to wake up and you have to go to college at around 9. So it was a bit hectic in the first year. You have lots of classes, then you have the summer internship process, you have a lot of other activities, and if you are in the certain committees, you have other works like you have
To
committee
do
related
to.
work, so it was a bit hectic, what I think in the first year, but second
And
year is basically
I saw in
it
your
is
LinkedIn
less
too.
hectic.
I saw in your LinkedIn you went to Singapore too for something. How any pro?
Huh.
What was it about?
Yes, so we have international immersion program for the student of core. They usually go to Singapore. For IB,
Mm-hmm.
they go for France, basically. And
Okay.
so we went to Singapore in the in the month of March. And
Okay.
for rest of the student, they will go in the month of June.
Is
Depends
it
upon their
included?
specialization.
Is it included in the fees
Yes,
which
it
you
is
said?
included in that. It is included in that
Great,
fee
great,
structure.
great.
In that.
Oh, so that will also add up to your resume, whatever projects you might have done there.
You can because there are 4 or 5 days that you have to attend the classes in that
Right, right,
Singapore
right.
that we went.
So, okay then, Gaurav, thank you for joining in. Thank you for all the, honest inputs and practical advices that you might have and you gave for the students. And to the people joining in, Gaurav is a good friend of mine. So, if in case you want to connect with him, we'll add his LinkedIn ID to the video description. So, Gaurav, help them out if in case they have any queries and anything.
Sure, Tanix, no problem.
And thank you
Thank
for
you for
taking out
inviting
time.
me.
Sure, sure, sure. It was
Thank
a
you so
pleasure
much,
to have
Tanix.
you here. Yeah,
Uh,
thank you.
Thank you, Tanix. Bye,
Yeah,
bye, Tanix.
bye, bro.